as always, welcome to Stretch and Flex Midweek Mobility. My name's Andy Edmond. I work at Christchurch University and we bring you through our parks 7 classes a week, various different classes. So I will tell you about those towards the end. Please, as I say, make sure you've got a nice clear area and we will get going. I will just put the music on. So if you have a chair, please make sure it is nice and stable. And if you're going to use the floor, then you have a mat or something. It makes it a little bit easier for you. Hi, Christy. Okay, let's get going. I'm going to put the music on. If it sounds okay, then we're good to rock and roll. Okay, can everyone hear the music? Okay, so we're going to start standing up purely because our arms are a little bit longer, so it makes it awkward with the chair. So just to stand nice and tall, feet shoulder width apart. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, bring the shoulders up, and then just rotate down and back, dropping the shoulders down and back. Nice deep breath in, coming up. Is everything okay, Emma? And down. Good, lovely. Nice deep breath in. Last one. So lovely to see you all. Good. Okay. We'll start with our neck. So we're just going to take the head over to one side and just allow it to lengthen. Don't force anything. And gently come back up to center. And then over to the other side. Still keeping our core engaged, our glutes and our hamstrings. And come back up to center. Okay, let's take our left arm behind our back and then take a deep breath in and turn over to the right hand side just to increase the stretch through the arm, through the shoulder, through the neck and back to center. Let's change arms. Again, you might feel it's very different on the other side. Deep breath in and blow out as we take the head over to the opposite side. Again, enjoy that nice long stretch, especially if you've been sitting at a desk for a little while. It's a great stretch to do. Coming back up to center. Good. Take the arms out, shake them out. Okay, we're going to just take a deep breath in, roll the shoulders down and back, holding them down and back, and then we're just going to drop the chin to the chest. Coming gently back up, push the tongue to the top of the mouth, and then just gently back. And back to center. Good. Okay, I'm just going to turn so you can see what I mean. I'm going to take one arm, pull it down and back. As I do that, I'm going to look up. And then I'm just going to turn my head down towards that shoulder. I'm pulling down and across. And turning and coming, rotating the head back up, looking up to the ceiling and gently back down to my shoulder. Coming back up to neutral, change the emphasis to the other side. So I'm pulling the other arm now down and across my body, looking up at the ceiling and deep breath in as we slowly rotate the head down towards the shoulder. And then just gently rotating back up towards the ceiling. Last time. Coming back down. This is a really nice stretch. As I always say, please take more time than we have today to do these stretches. And back to neutral position. Okay, good. Okay, so this is where we start to use the chair. But those of you from last week, we did a roll down. So if you wanted to go on the floor, go on a roll down. If you're using the chair, we're going to sit nice and wide, feet, deep breath in, and literally just let our hands roll down. The front of our legs just go down to where you feel comfortable. And just sit for 15 seconds. Just allow the hips to open. 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in, and we're going to roll back up Sitting up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders down and back. Okay, I'd like you to do that one more time. Rolling down and holding 15 seconds. Nice deep breath in, roll down, blowing out gently. Lovely, good. Those that are doing a normal standing roll down, I'd like you to walk your hands out into a kneeling position. Those that are in the chair, I'd like you to take a deep breath in and we're going to roll back up. Good, okay, bringing the feet slightly in. Those that are on the chair are going to take a nice deep breath in, and as we blow out, we're going to drop our chin to our chest and tilt our pelvis up towards our chin, pushing our back all the way back, and then coming up back to neutral, and then pushing our chest up towards the ceiling, and then back to neutral position. If you wish to, you could have your hands by your palms, and from here take a deep breath in and roll down and roll up all the way up, pushing your chest towards the ceiling, and then back to neutral position. Carry on doing that. Those that were on the kneeling position, we're going to come back onto our heels, exactly the same in high kneeling position. Take a deep breath in, and as we blow out, we're going to roll down and coming back up. Good, keep going there. One more time. So starting in a neutral position, deep breath in, blowing out as we roll down. Coming back up, take a deep breath in and relax. Good. Those that were on the floor, maybe you carry on for a couple just so that you can get yours in. Those of us that are on the chair, we're going to stand up. Now this one I did say about last week, it's about lower back. Please really be careful. If you have any lower back problems, please work with your body. So we're basically going to come out into a plank. So we're going to take hold of the chair, make sure the chair is nice and stable, into a plank position. From here, if you feel comfortable, gently lower your hips down and hold that position, keeping our tummies nice and engaged, and then gently look over the shoulder, left, back to center, and then right. Good, carry on. Those that are on the floor, you remember we started on the floor here and then worked up to in this position, again looking over the shoulders. By all means relax and then reset. Just going to hold this position, come back up to neutral position, so a normal plank. Take a deep breath in, lower down, bring the shoulders, squeeze the shoulders back, and then look over your left shoulder and then over to your right. Come back to center, back up into plank, and then just walk the feet in. From here, we're going to go what we call into downward dog. So I'm going to lift my hips, but I'm going to push through my shoulders, and then I'm going to walk my feet. Good, pushing through the shoulders. Carry on. Those that were on the floor, you would push up into a downward dog and then walk the feet. Excellent. 3. Those that are on the chair, 2, 1. Good. Okay, let's walk up towards the chair, stand up, just roll the shoulders, take out any tension. So we're going to go back down now, and do a cat stretch. The difference between a downward dog and a cat stretch is, whereas in the downward dog we're trying to push our shoulders up, with this one I'd like you to try and flatten your back and stretch through your shoulders, but try and get your back as flat as you can in this stretch as you are here. If the chair is too low that way, just turn it around and use the back of the chair to stretch through. Those that are on the floor, keep your hips nice and high and push down and back, stretching through the shoulders. Again, use your breathing. Slightly release the stretch. Take a deep breath in, and as you blow out, push your shoulders down towards the floor. Nice deep breath in, release slightly. One more time, push into the floor with your shoulders, or down towards the floor, sorry. 3, 2, 1, and gently walk back up into a standing position. Okay, so now this is where those of you that are on the floor, we did a 90-90, if you remember this position. For us that are in the chair, we're just going to take one leg and we're going to cross one leg over the other, keeping our back nice and straight. I'm sorry this is jumping around a little bit. I'm just trying to remind. Well done, Christy, again. You remembered this stretch. Really nice stretch. Keeping the back nice and straight. Deep breath in, and we're just gently going to come forward. You should feel the stretch through the hip. If sitting up, you can feel tightness in your hip, that's fine. Just hold it there. But those of you that can, try and blow forward, and you should feel a lovely stretch through the hip. These are big muscles that we're stretching now, so we normally like to take about 20 to 30 seconds to hold them. If you wish to, come back, reset, deep breath in again, and try and go down that little bit further if you feel you can. 3, 2, 1, gently coming back up. Those that are on the floor, if you remember, I asked you to push your knee into the floor, but for us that are in the chair, we're going to lift our knee, so we're going to push against our knee, just very gently, about 10%, just so again we engage through the hip. 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Okay, let's uncross that leg. If you remember, if you're in the 90-90 position, I asked you then to lift your ankle on the other foot. But for us that are in the chair, we want to try and lift our foot slightly off the floor, knee keeping it nice and straight, and take the foot outwards, which will internally rotate the hip. It's a very small movement, but it can really help take out tension, open up your piriformis, which sits right deep inside your buttock and often can aggravate your sciatic nerve. Good. Okay, one more. You're doing brilliant. Good, and relax. Okay, those that are in the chair, just shake your legs out. We're obviously going to go around the other way. Those that are on the floor, swap over sides. So we're going to cross the other foot. Oh, I just realised I've got a hole in my sock. Yeah. Okay, so nice deep breath in. And as we blow out, we just come forward, keeping our back as straight as we feel we can. So we're pivoting from our hips. Use your breathing. I find this side very different to the other side. As you calm and don't fight against it, you can feel things starting to open up and move. Give yourself time. Those that want to, deep breath in, blow out as we gently come back up. I'm going to go down one more time. Deep breath in and blow out. Just going to hold there for 10 more seconds. Doing amazing, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Gently come back up and uncross the legs. So those that are on the floor, you're going to work now with your back leg, and us on the chairs, we're going to work with the opposite leg that we had crossed, and we're going to again externally rotate it outwards. So it internally rotates, sorry, our hip, but we're taking our foot away from our center line. Again, feels very different from one side to the other. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Okay, fantastic. Our next exercise, we will be using the chairs. I'm just showing the ones that were on the floor. We were in this position and we pushed our hip back so that we straightened our leg. Okay, those of us that are using the chairs, by all means, turn the chair around or have the chair available for you. Take a stance position and just gently come down to where you feel comfortable and then straighten up, but use the chair as a little bit of a support. So my emphasis is I'm pushing my foot back. So I'm just getting a nice stretch as I come down through the front of my hip, and then I'm working my hamstring and glute to straighten my leg. So I'm not lifting with my front leg, pushing away back to straighten my back leg. One more. Keeping our core nice and engaged. Lovely, good. Gently come up. I'm going to turn around because I can't put the chair on the other side. Take a nice stance again, so those that are on the floor change legs. Gently come down. Feel that nice stretch and push. This is a really quite hard stretch and exercise to do. Please work within what feels right for you. If you start to get the lactic build up in your muscles, please stop. One more. And gently come in. Wow, that gets the old legs working, doesn't it? Okay, so those that weren't using the chair last week, I'd like you to just take one step back, and you're going to pivot from the hips and come down like so. Those that wish to use the chair, put your foot up on the chair, and again, remember to pivot from the hips rather than just, I can come all the way down, but I'm bending my back. This time I'd like you to think about keeping your back nice and straight. You won't get down half as far, keeping your back nice and straight. You feel a nice deep stretch. Really well done. Fantastic. Well done, Annette. Lovely, Norman. Great. I'm going to hold that. 3, 2, 1, and gently come back up. Good. Stretch it out and change legs. Nice deep breath in. And as we blow out, we're going to keep our back nice and straight, coming forward. Lovely, Liz. Good. That's it, Angie. Very nice. Good. Three, 2, 1. Nice deep breath in and gently come back up. Great. Good. Let's shake the legs out. Those of you that are on the floor, you're going to go on the floor with your legs nice and wide, and we're going to try and get as far down as we can, or if you can, you'll try and get your shoulder to your knee. Those of us that are in the chair, we're going to come nice and wide again still, and we're just going to come down as far as you feel comfortable. You might feel better to slightly twist a little bit more and come all the way over. You should feel a nice stretch through the lower parts of the back, through the back of through your latissimus dorsi, the big muscle in your back. 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in, come back up. Nice deep breath in. We're going to go down the other side. Again, this is a really nice one to try and open up the lower back, especially if you feel tight in your back, if you've been maybe sitting a little bit more than normal, or maybe you've done a lot more walking and it's just tightened up slightly. Nice deep breath in as we come up. Good. Okay, just readjust. This time we're going to come down. I'm coming down to my right, but I'm going to then lift my left hand. 3, 2, 1. Bringing my hand back down. Deep breath in, coming up to center. Deep breath in. Let's go down to the other side. So I'm going down to my left, and I'm going to lift my right hand. Looking up towards my fingertips. 3, 2, 1. Coming back down. Deep breath in. Gently rolling back up. Good. Okay. Nice deep breath in. Those that are on the floor, come straight out. Us that are in the chairs, we're just going to come down. Just come down to where you feel comfortable. You should feel a nice stretch on your inner thighs. Good. Again, the longer you can hold these stretches or sink into these stretches, the better. 3, 2, 1. Nice deep breath in, and as we lift up and bring the legs in. Those of you that are on the floor, I'd like you to keep both legs straight, and if you can, lift in from the hip. So you're engaging your hip flexors. Those of us that are in the chairs, we're just literally going to sit nice and tall, straighten our leg, and then lift. Really nice, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. Fantastic. You should feel a nice little squeeze. One more. And down. Good. If you need to reset, I find that I can feel that in my back as well. So straighten the leg and up we go and down. Just work within your own range of movement. Again, these are very small movements. Lovely. Well done, Mary. Well done, Vanita. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Okay, let's just take a nice roll down again. Those of you that are on the floor, just so you can take the pressure out or the tension out of your lower back. You're doing absolutely amazing. 3, 2, 1. Gently coming back up. Okay. Those of you that are on the floor, if you wouldn't mind standing up. For us that are on the chairs, we're going to start from this position. Just to show you, for those that are on the chairs, you're going to put your, have your feet parallel with your hips. You're going to put your feet, your fingers to the floor, stand up, hold that stretch, and then stand up, and then gently sit back down. Those of us that are standing, you're literally going to roll down, squat, and then stand up and come up. Okay, so you're going to squat down, straighten your legs, and then roll up. Okay, so those of us that are in the chair, those of you that are standing, roll down, squat. Those of us that are in the chair, fingers to the floor. Now we're going to stand up and then roll up. Those that are standing, roll down. Those that are in the chair, gently sit back down. Roll down, fingers to the floor. stand up, feel that nice stretch through the back of the legs, and then roll up, and then sit back down. One more, fingers to the floor, come up, roll up, and gently to the floor. Amazing, good. Okay, those that are standing, if you could go onto the floor, onto your backs, please. And I'd like you to cross one leg over the other. And you're going to allow your knees to drop to the side of the floor that your foot is. That's it, good. Okay, we are going to cross one leg over the other. We're going to put our hands together, take a nice deep breath in, and we're going to rotate over our knee. Those of you that are on the floor, 3, 2, 1, come back to center, uncross the legs, change over, deep breath in, blow out as you allow the legs to drop. Us that are in the chair, we're rotating. 3, 2, 1, back to center. Good, okay, let's shake those out. Those of you that are on the floor, you're going to do the same again, just try and go that little bit further. Those of us that are in the chair, we're going to cross one leg over, we're going to pull our knee up into our chest, and then we're going to rotate as far round as we can. Same side as Annie. Well done, everyone. That's fantastic. Well done, Angie. 3, 2, very nice, Jill. 1, and relax. Okay, let's change over. Pull the knee right the way in, and then rotate. Those who are on the floor, change over side. Lovely, Gabrielle. You're behind my camera, so I can't quite see what you do, but it certainly looks good. Now I can see you. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good, okay. So those of you that are on the floor, I'd like you to bring your knees up so they're, your feet are on the floor, but your knees are bent. Those of us that are in the chair, we're going to lift alternating legs, and I'd like you to do exactly the same on the floor. If you find that really easy, just take the feet out slightly further. So you have to engage a little bit more. Please make sure if you're on the floor, you're pushing your lower back into the floor. Very nice. Okay, and then we're going to put our fingers to our temples, and then we're going to come across opposites. So now we're doing a bit of a crunch. Again, work with what feels right for you. Again, this is more of a stretch and a rotation rather than a full crunch, but work with what feels right for you. 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Good. Okay, those of you that are laying on your backs, hands behind your knees, and sit yourselves up. Okay, those that are in the chair, we're just going to take a nice deep breath in. Those that are on the floor, open your legs again, please, and we're just going to roll down all together. Hands coming into the middle. Both hands over to the right. Back to center. Back over to the left. Back to center. Sitting up nice and tall. Those of you that are on the floor, bend your left leg. Take your hands over to the right, rotate and stand up. Those of us that are in the chair, nice firm footing. We're just going to sit straight up, Good. Okay. Nice deep breath in. We're going to stretch all the way up. Blowing out. Lock the hands. And now we're just going to stretch on our left and our right. And our left and our right. Allow the hands to come down. Let's rotate the shoulders. One that I really like, hands on the hips and just small circles. One way, then back round the other. And then a figure of 8. Brilliant, lovely, good. Okay, let's rotate one leg. This is helping with the hip, but also the ankle and the knee. Let's change over sides. Okay, it's lovely to have you all here today. Please join all of our other classes. We have Monday, we have Box Fit at 12:30. Tuesday, we have Getting Started. Nice deep breath in. We're going to stretch up again and then blow out as we come down and back up. Getting Started at 8:30 with Tom. And then we have Amy at 12:30 with LBT. Wednesday, we're back with me again. One more, please. Coming all the way down. And then Thursday, we have Kaz with Mind and Body and Tom with Boot Campers at 6:30. And and Kaz again on Friday with Ab Attack at 10:30 again. So please be aware that all of these videos go up onto YouTube. Please subscribe to YouTube and follow us on Sport and Active Health. Please give us any feedback, good, bad or indifferent. It's always lovely to hear from you. I will read through the chats. It's fantastic. Thanks, Annette.